my beautiful people, and welcome to this week's weekly reading vlog. What do we have in store for us this week? Well, I am going to be working Monday to Friday, so that takes up a bit of time. I'm feeling more well than I was last week. Still not 100%. Don't know what that was. Not a fan of it. Would rather it was fully gone, but that's not how it is. So there we are. So I've got work, but I also, reading wise, I've only got an hour left of Life in Colour, I believe it's called, the David Attenborough audiobook. I listened to about 2.5 hours of that at work today, so I'm hoping to get that finished at work tomorrow, and then I'm going to start a new audiobook. Now, I don't know whether to start Cat Lady by Dawn Porter, because that's only like a 7-hour one, or I've got the Harry Potter, like the next Harry Potter one, which is Order of the Phoenix, but that's like 28 hours. Like, can I knock that out like all of this week with work? We're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, so the David Attenborough one will definitely be finished tomorrow. I am 302 pages into Crescent City. Absolutely loving it. It's sitting at a firm 5-star. I am doing a reading vlog about this. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm not sure when that's going to be out, but this week I aim to finish this in its entirety. So I'm on page 302, and I think there's like 806 pages or something, I think, in this book. So, I mean, it could be quite doable. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, it's about 804 pages. So I'm aiming to get at least halfway by tomorrow or Wednesday, because today is Monday, and then there's no reason why I can't read the other half Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No reason why. So that is my plan. After that, after Crescent City, physically wise, I am meant to be reading a book with Daniel. We are going to be doing Project Hail Mary together, because neither of the two of us have read it, but we both own it. So what we're going to try and do is read a book that we both own together that we've not read, and we're just going to kind of see how we feel about it. I'm going to try and see if we're going to film like a review together and discuss it together. I think that's what the plan's going to be. Like a sit down video where we sit and discuss the books that we read together. That is the plan. So watch out for that. Hopefully that will be happening. But I've got a feeling that I just really want to read Crescent City too, like straight away, like House of Sky and Breath, because this is what I do with Sarah J. Maas. It's just what I do. So you're going to have to just watch along this week and see what happens. But lots of reading plans. I have read every day this year so far, and today is I want to say the 17th. The 16th of January. I lost today. It's the 16th of January, and I've read every day so far, and I have finished 6 books for the year so far. And with the David Attenborough one being finished tomorrow, I should be finished 7. And with Crescent City 8. And we're still in January. It's only mid-January. I am feeling very motivated with my reading. I'm motivated with lots of aspects of life at the moment, which is nice. A new year, a fresh start, that kind of gives me all of that motivational energy that I seem to lack at the end of the year, because the year is coming to an end and a lot of shit happened in 2022, and it's just like, goodbye. And I checked out basically at the end of 2022. So it's nice to have a fresh restart. 2023, year of the White Rabbit. Let's do this. Hello my beautiful people, and happy Wednesday. Did I vlog yesterday? No, sorry, that was just my air fryer pinging to tell me that it's finished doing what it needs to do. But yeah, yesterday, also my hair, what on earth is going on here? Oh, my glasses are steaming up because my heating's on. basically the vlog yesterday didn't happen, but I did get some footage of while I was in bed. Gunnar decided to crawl into my lap and stayed there for absolutely ages. And this is a massive thing because Gunnar is not a lap cat. So, absolutely amazing. Thrilled to bits with that. Also, the hair dye situation, my hair just does not hold color anymore. So, we're almost back to blonde. So, there we are. I'm not long home from the gym with my dad. We sat and had a coffee after he was in the gym. I read a tiny little bit of Crescent City, but I've not done a huge amount of reading. But there is the Great Bookish TBR off sprints on happening right now. I'm just a way to get logged on to that and get some reading done because I really want to get a good chunk of Crescent City done. And yeah, that is pretty much all my updates. Work's been very busy, so vlogging has not been a huge thing. Daniel and I have almost finished watching Wednesday. We're literally on the final episode. We are so behind. We are on the final episode and we've only got like 25 minutes left, but we were just so tired last night that we just couldn't even watch the last 25 minutes. So we are going to finish that tomorrow because I'm going to be with him tomorrow. So yeah, very excited. That show is amazing and so many twists and turns. That is all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm going to go on to sprints and get some of Crescent City knocked out. I'm on 324, I think. So I've not made a huge amount of progress this week on it, but I do still hope to finish this book this week because I'm determined and it's still sitting at a solid 5-star and I do love it more than ACOTAR, which is a bold statement coming from me, but it's happening. Hello. I forgot to say when I said that I hadn't done a lot of reading, that's untrue. I finished the David Attenborough audiobook of Life on the Planet, I believe it's called. I gave it 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. Really made me think about the world that we live in, made me think about how many kids I want to have, made me think about my carbon footprint, made me think about so many things. So it's not something that I would usually pick up and listen to, but because Daniel listened to it and said it was so good, I then gave it a go, and I'm so glad I did because it really is a great insight into how the humans have like basically treated the planet and how we could have potentially fixed it, how we could potentially fix it, but how we're probably not going to be able to see that in our lifetime. And it was just really, really fascinating. So highly recommend that. It's a really short one as well. I listened to it on 2 times speed, and I think it was about 6.5 hours. So you could do that in no time. Then I started Cat Lady by Dawn Porter. I've seen that book around the supermarkets so often, and I've like considered it, and I've thought, no, what's it going to be about? Is it going to be about a crazy cat lady? Like, I've got 3 cats. I don't want people thinking I'm reading books because I'm a crazy cat lady, but it's not like that at all. I mean, yeah, she's got a cat. It's incredibly funny. It's incredibly sad, but it's so like it hits home. It's just so honest and so like brutal of how our thoughts are in our minds about how we think about certain things and how we just kind of brush off certain things, and lots of like life situations that are just a bit shit. And I'm loving it. I only have about 2 hours left of that. So I listened to about 5.5 hours of that at work today. Today was a really good audiobook day at work. Even though it was really busy, I just put my headphones in and off I went. I actually really want to buy the Cat Lady Dawn Porter book physically because I've enjoyed it that much. Go into it very carefully. There is a lot of sadness in it, and there was sadness in it that I was not expecting, and it took me by total surprise. And I was like in Aldi when I listened to it, and I just wanted to sob my eyes out, and I couldn't because I was in public. So just a forewarning for that. But yeah, so I think I'm on my seventh book out of 60 for the year. And the Dawn Porter one will definitely be finished tomorrow. So that's 8 books knocked out in January already, and we're on what, the 18th? What's going on? How many books am I going to read by the end of January? I've got to get Crescent City finished. I really want to get that finished this weekend, like I said. But I also need to start Project Hail Mary with Daniel, the Andy Weir one. I've got to start that with Daniel on the 20th, so that's on Monday, I believe. So I really need to try and get Crescent City finished, or at least the vast majority of it, so that when I start Project Hail Mary, I'm there. Audiobook wise, I don't know what I'm going to start after Cat Lady. I might start Order of the Phoenix because it's like 28 hours long, and that is the next one in the series that I need to read. And I'm not sure how long I have that left on the library, so I really need to to try and dedicate my time to that and hopefully get that finished by the end of January as well. I am hoping to read 12 books this month because I just feel like that's just a nice number. So that is what I'm aiming for. So we're on 7. It's the 18th. Am I gonna do it? Hello my beautiful people and happy Friday. I've not done a lot of talking to the vlog this week, I've noticed. I've been filming the cats. I actually filmed Daniel's 2 boys last night and that was in the clip before. I think the last clip was of my boys. Excuse this bit of the blind that's like dirty looking. That's actually the part of the blind that the boys brush up against to get to the window all the time. So that's what that is, just in case you wondered. Yeah, I just feel like I haven't spoke a lot. It's been a really busy work week and I have been doing reading, but I've just not been vlogging much about it. I'm on the Great Bookish TBR off sprints this evening, so I am hoping to get a good chunk of Crescent City done. I also want to get like the majority of that book read this weekend, so hopefully there will be more vlogging at the weekend part of this. It's currently like 5:15 and I'm just making myself some dinner. I'm having chicken and rice for dinner tonight and then get the boys fed, do their litter and then get on sprints and hopefully get a good chunk of reading done. I had a bit of a rough evening last night. I woke up like in the middle of the night and was really sick. Thankfully Daniel slept through it and didn't hear me be sick, which is nice because I don't want that to happen. So I'm pretty sleepy because I was awake from like 11:30 till about 2:30 roughly. Just going backwards and forwards to the bathroom, so that was really annoying. I don't know what that is. I feel completely fine now. I just feel really tired, so I should really have gone for a nap like after I finished work at 4, but I didn't, so that's annoying. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can get a good chunk of reading done this evening and this weekend and can vlog a little bit more because yeah, I feel like I've been a bit away speaking wise, but I still have been vlogging. I just haven't been speaking as much. But yes, I am gonna go and get my dinner sorted and then get some reading done. I need to take my iPad and stuff through and get it set up so that I am ready for sprints because it's currently, oh sorry, it's only 5:10. So yeah, I've still got a little bit to go, but I'll probably go backstage about 5:45. So I really need to go and get everything sorted and get the boys fed. I currently have a little Ziggy sleeping next to me. Nasa and Gunnar are sleeping on the bed. Why do I have a weird red mark here? Oh, that'll be from my glasses. Yeah, as you can see, hair update. We're a weird colour. There is no pink, there is no purple. I don't know what colour this is, but on my roots there's like a slight shimmer of pink. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that permanent hair dye, but my hair obviously just does not want to hold permanent hair dye anymore. So there we are. At least we've got rid of the warm tones of yellow that was in amongst my blonde, so I'll take that as a win. But yes, I am gonna go now and get my dinner sorted and I will speak to you guys soon. I also need to update my Crescent City vlog because that's the thing, I'm doing 2 vlogs at the same time. I'm doing the weekly vlog and I'm doing the Crescent City vlog, and I haven't updated that with my thoughts and feelings, so I need to do that too because I want to finish this book and hopefully get the second one powered out as well, because Daniel and I are buddy reading Project Hail Mary from Monday, and I need to actually find that book in the spare room. I was meant to be getting new bookshelves delivered today, but they cancelled the delivery for today, and now they're coming on Sunday really early in the morning. So that kind of botches up my plan of what I was planning on doing. You okay? My plan of doing the spare room tomorrow, but never mind, it doesn't matter, it's just not destined to be. So it looks like a smaller, relaxing weekend, which is fine, which means lots of reading time. Hello, handsome. Is it supper time? 6. Hello, handsome. Hi. So I'm just gonna go now because I've spoke for too long and I'm sleepy and I don't really know what I'm talking about. Hello my beautiful people and happy Saturday. It's currently 8:55. I am up, dressed, washed, fed boys, had a cup of tea, but I made the decision last night that Daniel is working in Dundee today, and I thought, I love Dundee, so I'm going to go to Dundee today, and I'm going to take you guys with me. I obviously want to finish Crescent City this weekend, so I've said to Daniel I would like to read in the car, but whether that happens or not is a totally different story, because we usually just end up talking and laughing and joking about. So I am going to try my hardest to try and read it, but failing that, I have some plans whilst I'm in Dundee. I might go to the art gallery. I've taken you guys there before, so I don't know if there's any point kind of showing you guys that again, but it is somewhere that I really like going, because when I was younger my mum used to take my sister in there, my sister and I there, so there's like a nostalgic sort of happy feeling when I go there. So every time I visit Dundee I generally try and go there, but I don't know if I'm going to take you guys there. Generally there's never like super new stuff in it, but if there is I'll show you guys. And then I want to do some book shopping. I've been really good for the month of January, and I've decided that I really want the Cruel Prince books by Holly Black, because everyone's talking about Stolen Air and I've got FOMO, and the Cruel Prince like box set has been on my wish list for a wee while, so I thought today is the day I want to treat myself. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Waterstones have it and I am going to get myself it, not necessarily the box set, but the books in that series today. And then another thing I want to do is I want to buy like boring stuff like new pants, new socks, so I want to go and do that today as well. And I'm not taking you guys with me when I'm buying pants and socks, but I feel like going into Primark and doing kind of like a shop in there for like the basics, the necessities, things like knickers and things, because you know. And yeah, I am pretty much ready to go. I am just waiting for Daniel to come and pick me up. I've just got to put my glasses on and then I am ready to go. It looks really icy outside. I don't know how icy it's going to be in Dundee. I don't know how their streets are and stuff compared to here. Outside my front door is like an ice rink. But I really don't want to wear my Doc Martens all day today because they've started rubbing at the backs, which is really annoying because I broke them in ages ago. Why are they rubbing? So I'm gonna wear Vans, but I just really hope I don't skite on my ass. But yes, I will take you guys with me on my adventures to Dundee today. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see where we go. Let's see how little I vlog in public, because I can be a nightmare. But yeah, I really like the Waterstones Dundee. It's on 2 floors. Well, the cafe is like on like a mezzanine type thing. And I really want to film in there, but I get really awkward when I'm in there because it's so open and people can see me. I was actually able to vlog more when I worked at Waterstones, in the one that I worked at on the sly, and was less embarrassed doing that. And if someone caught me, it was someone I worked with. Right. Dilemmas. Hello my beautiful people and happy Sunday. I did not take you guys with me around Dundee yesterday because I actually got a phone call from my little brother and he was heading to Dundee, so I went and hung out with him and did some shopping basically, and then after that we took him back to Montrose
and Daniel and I sat and had a cup of tea at my mum and John's house. So that was really nice, and my nieces were there as well. So I kind of got to see everyone. So that was a really nice surprise that day turned into. So that was great. But today I am going to show you guys what books I got, because I did get a little haul. It's the first time I've treated myself this year properly, and it was really nice, and I got a few clothes bits as well. So all in all, it was a really nice day. And today it is currently 11 a.m. and the bookcases arrived this morning. And that means that this room, the room that gives me all of the anxiety because it's just a shit tip, is finally gonna have some form of organization to it. So basically, Daniel has left to go and play Xbox. He plays with his friends on a Sunday because he's got some friends that are in Australia. So it's basically like the time really early in the morning, and like it's like evening time for his Australian friends. So basically they all sit and play Xbox on a Sunday morning. But Daniel is coming back in an hour or two, and he is going to build a bookshelf for me and help me finally organize this room. So all of my figures are going to get organized. All of my books are going to be back on shelves. There's not going to be any of this like double stacking, nothing like that. Stuff is going to be displayed the way that I want it to be displayed, and I'm just so happy because this room just fills me with so much like it's been at a stage where it's just been making me sad for so long, and every time I come into it I just don't want to tackle it. I don't want to take it on. I literally come in here, do my makeup, and on a Friday I work from home at my desk and just kind of face this wall and don't pay attention to anything else that's going on because there is just so much going on in here. So I'm really happy that today is the day that it is going to be transformed and be a room where I can enjoy it again, and when I'm on lives and stuff I can be in here, and it's just generally a really nice feeling. Reading wise, Crescent City has not been touched. Yesterday was the first day that I have not done any reading in the year, and I'm kind of annoyed at myself because I wish I had read at least a page and then I could still be on the track of reading every day so far this year. But some days it just doesn't work out that way, and today is going to be taking up quite a lot of what's going on as well. So Crescent City is probably going to be finished next week. I think I'm on page 467, so I've still got a fine chunk to go, so I'm not too worried or too concerned about that, which is fine. But yes, I am going to get moving and try and get some organizing done before Daniel comes back over, so that it is an easier process for the bookshelves we moved in here. I've went for white ones. White wasn't the color of bookshelves that I really wanted. I really wanted grey ones, but they did not have grey ones in stock of the ones that like I've went for different sizes and stuff to try and fit around the room, and white was the only option that had all of the sizes, and I didn't really want to have mix match ones. And then these like cube ones that used to be where all my books were, they're actually going up here sideways, and all my figures and things are going to be displayed that way. So that's really cool and really exciting. The garage shelving side of things, like the garage shelving bookcases, didn't even have a long run. As soon as they were built, I really wasn't in love with them. I just was not a fan of them. So they're going to be going. The bookcase saga continues. I think every time Daniel sees me or hears me talk about bookcases, he kind of just rolls his eyes because he's like, would you just make your mind up? But I think the ones that I've got are going to be the winners. It makes so much sense, and I just think that they're going to fit perfectly. Well, fingers crossed anyway. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But there's 3 big tall white ones, there's a thin like narrow tall one, and I've got 2 half ones that are going to go under the windowsill because that space is just never utilized. So gonna be rejigging stuff. So how much vlogging I do today I'm not sure, but we will just have to wait and see. But I will update you with progress once progress has been made, because right now there is no progress because I'm just away to get started now. I've started it late in the day. I wanted to start it really early on in the day, but it just didn't happen that way. So I am gonna start organizing, and I will be back soon. So we have some progress, which is very exciting. Excuse this, but they're kind of laid out. My desk is literally in the middle of the room right now. But this is all we're kind of doing for today. So yes, they are going to be displayed so much better. I'm so happy. There's still 2 more to be built. Hello, my beautiful people. This is just a quick check-in. So there's been so much going on today with all the building of bookcases and moving books. The spare room's not finished, but we have made a lot of progress today. So thank you so much, Daniel, because you have helped extremely. I'm just popping on. It's only 6 o'clock, but I kind of want to finish the vlog for this week and get it edited and uploaded for tomorrow, so that I can kind of just chill for the rest of the night. I've not even showered or anything yet today, so I've actually just ordered myself a McDonald's and I'm gonna have that for my dinner. I'm gonna watch a couple of episodes to like Come Dine With Me or something, get myself in the shower and then get myself an early night. But I just wanted to pop on and show you guys what books I bought in Dundee yesterday. Bought these pajama bottoms in Primark, controversial, I don't know, but they're Powerpuff Girl ones and they're like fleecy and I love them. So they are currently in the shop and Gunner's floating about here too. You're probably gonna see him jump maybe. No, he's changed his mind. Has he? No. What are you doing? Here he goes. So I just wanted to show you my little haul that I got. So it's a bit of a random one. So I got Gideon the Ninth because I really want to read this. I was showing Daniel the blurb of this as well and he really wants to read that too. It's quite expensive in Waterstones. It was $13.99, which I'm presuming it's because it's a Tor one. I'm not sure, but James. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting $8.99, $9.99, but $13.99 didn't bother me, no, because I still bought it, but still. Bought Tower of Dawn because now the only one that I'm missing from the series of is Kingdom of Ash, so I am going to try and get that when I get paid and treat myself to Kingdom of Ash, and then that way I will have them all complete. And I've got a Sarah J Maas shelf like now. They're all together, which is so exciting. So Tower of Dawn, there is a space for this one. There's also a space for Crescent City because Crescent City is obviously not on the shelf. I've been reading it. No updates for that because I've done no reading. I'm probably going to do no reading tonight either. I just want to chill, so there's that. Then I bought the Cruel Prince books. So I've got the Cruel Prince, the Wicked King and the Queen of Nothing because I have incredible FOMO. Everyone's talking about is it Heir of Fire? Heir of something? Heir Queen? Oh my god, I can't even remember what it's called. Heir of something by Holly Black, and I haven't read this series and I've been wanting it for a while. It's been on my wish list and I thought I'm just going to treat myself to it, so I did. Then I got Doctor Sleep by Stephen King because Daniel really wants to read The Shining together. I've never read it and I've never seen the movie, and he watched the movie of Doctor Sleep and said it was really good and really wants to read it too, so I picked that up so that I was ready and prepared for when we were ready to do it. And because of Tori, I bought This Woven Kingdom because she was listening to that on one of the sprints the other night and it gave me FOMO again, so I decided to buy it. Whether I like it or not is a different story, but there we are. And then I bought Flowers of Algernon by Daniel Keynes, or Keys probably sounds better. But Daniel just read this and he said it was absolutely amazing and I would love it. So I have picked it up and I will hopefully get it read soon. It's quite a small one. It's not too long. It's 238 pages. So maybe in February I'm going to pick this one up. But yeah, that is the end of this week's weekly reading vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's been a little bit shorter and a little bit of hecticness, and we did do some reading. But hopefully next week my plan is to finish Crescent City and also to get a few audiobooks knocked out while I am at work. But I hope, like I said, you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you've had a lovely day, evening, morning, weekend, whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you the same time, same place next week. Bye!